Welcome to A House Around the Corner. I'm your host, Tricia Ziemer, and I'm here with Lynn Young, manager of the Bergroth South Community House. Welcome, and thank you for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me.
Now, your house has an extraordinary band called the Supernaturals.
The Supernaturals are a band made up of young men with disabilities. They were born out of a music program at a disability service, and they came to the community house because the person facilitating it had a connection with the community house and he knew that we had space, and so he made the arrangements for them, and so they come to us. They rehearse at the community house every week, and they have made a lot of connections with the community house, the people in it, the local traders, the local community.
And they're starting to do gigs now.
They are. They're doing. They've done a lot of volunteer gigs. They have now doing paid gigs for parties, private parties, and at pubs and clubs. They have recorded a CD, and they've got a DVD which is going to be launched towards the end of the year, which was the making of the CD. So.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to join Graham, who's the tutor and the band leader, and meet the Supernaturals.
Yeah. Hi, my name's Graham. I play guitar, keys, and a little bit of vocals.
Hi, my name's Pete, and I'm the fill-in drummer.
I'm Tom. I play the lead. I'm Pat, and I play guitar and a bit of singing too.
Hello, I'm David, I sing.
Hi, I'm Anthony, I play bass and I play on the backup singer.
Hi, I'm Mark, I sing too.
Hi, we're Supernaturals.
My name is Graham Bergroth. I manage the band that is the Supernaturals. When I applied for the job to work supporting these guys, I knew the organisation quite well. I sort of grew up with it. Being a disability organisation and having a sister with a disability, my family had always been involved with the organisation. So when I applied for a position there, I mentioned that they should incorporate as part of their music program a band. They get to experience the full, I guess, rock and roll experience of being in a band and do gigs and sell products like CDs and merchandise. So I forwarded that idea, and that was probably one of the reasons why I got the position. So when I started, that was one of the first things I worked on. I studied music for about a year at Box Hill TAFE. So I guess what I did is I tried to use my experiences with playing in a band and give these guys a similar experience, because I found it was a very rewarding part of my life. These guys reek of personality. It's just so funny. Like it's almost like you're in another world when you're with these guys. You know, like there's that many other things going on in your life. But when you're with these guys, it's entertaining. And I think when they're on stage, I think everyone else gets to get a taste of what I deal with like all the time. They go, geez, they're just on all the time. And for me, that doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, I guess I enjoy the interactions we have, and it's a really tight group. Like, I guess within our community, they walk around and they're sort of identified as being part of this group.
My name is Maria Colosimo, and David, my son, is the lead singer of the Supernaturals. David became involved in the Supernaturals because Graham decided to set up a band, and obviously saw him and heard him and liked what he saw, and so that's how he became part of it. It was all through Graham. He loves it. You know, he really loves being part of the Supernaturals. It gives him, I think, confidence being there, self-esteem, even though he gets nervous when he has to play in front of a crowd. He loves it. The performer in him comes out. Graham is fantastic. I can't say enough good things about him because he bends over backwards with the boys, not just David. I mean, you know, I'm glad he pays a lot of attention, and I've watched him, how he talks to the boys and how he acts with them. And he doesn't talk to them like they have a disability. He just talks to them as human beings, and they respond to that and they listen to him. And I find that I might say something to David and it just totally ignores me. But if Graham says it, oh, well, Graham said it, then I must do it that way. So he's got a good way of getting the boys to do what they need to do and what he wants them to do without coming across as bossy or ordering them. Like, as a mother, I tend to get bossy, but he never does that.
Bergroth South Community House, like, we'd be stuffed without them. Yeah, I mean, we'd have to pay for a rehearsal studio if it wasn't for the support of the community house. The fact that we, you know, play pretty loud and the community's really got behind it, and they actually support what we do, and just that we're tolerated, is pretty special. And I said, are you guys interested in rehearsing in my house instead? And they said no. And a lot of that has to do with the people that are here. So, and I thought, well, that's fantastic.
It's fantastic because they're allowing the boys to practice here all the time, and they need somewhere to practice, and they're very supportive of the group too, which is, you know, I think, you know, if more community centres could do it, then there'd be other people, I'm sure, out there with disabilities, you know, who could maybe form a band or do something else. So it's very groundbreaking, I guess, you know, because sometimes, you know, with parents being busy, some of them will go home and watch telly all weekend, or so this way here they are part of the community, they do contribute, and so that does a lot for their self-esteem. I'm very proud of David as his mum because like in life you don't know, you say, well, what's he going to do in life, what's he not going to do, is he sort of has to stay in an adult centre and not, but this way here, if things work out for them, they can actually make money from them. They can tour, which they have done, and they all love it. It's wonderful for them. So I'm very, very proud of him.
But to me, the Supernaturals have always been about being an entertaining act. It's not about musicianship. It's about the fact that they get on stage and people are entertained. And however that's achieved means that they will have that experience. So generally I find that the public's pretty good and they really support the band and the music. So I actually enjoy the gigs when we have to impress people, so the guys really concentrate and rise to the challenge.
They're doing a really, really good job. It's not just people with disabilities singing, it's people who can sing and can get more, and they can improve more and more and more. So you take the disability part of it away almost, and you go, yes, you know, he's good at that, he enjoys it.
There isn't a day that goes by that I don't walk into a room or into a vehicle and I'll turn it on and there's Supernaturals in the CD. So it's become bigger than I ever expected it to be. And, you know, although we're not, you know, touring the world, certainly from where we are and where we go, it's very present.